Lately, back with another video, and this video is the Housewives of Potomac season 3, episode 8, Sentimentament. The show picks back up with the girls at the dinner table. You remember last week they ended it with Sharice asking Karen, did Ray ask you for a divorce? And Karen says yes. So this week it shows that he asked for a divorce, but that was years ago. So Karen saying that her and Ray is in a good place. She's just concerned about, his stress level with what is going on. I knew there was probably some type of bait. That Bravo will leave us, to hang us on to next week. But apparently her and Ray is doing good. Karen announced that she is working on a fragrance line and she wanted to invite the girls to the discovery phase. So she's planning to have an upcoming event. From there, the girls decided they're gonna, wind down, get in a jacuzzi, smoke cigars, because apparently this is their last night. So you see Monique smoking cigars, they're having drinks. Sharice needs to put a plastic cap on her head so her hair won't get red, etc. And Ashley decides to put on one of Karen's wig and imitates her. And Karen and the girls are literally cracking up. Ashley is doing a phenomenal job saying some of Karen's catchphrases and things she has said in previous episodes. And meanwhile, while she's doing that, Bravo is simply flashing back to those times when she said those various quotes. Giselle is wondering, is Karen trying to play this off and that Ray really asks her for a divorce, so that way she can be protected from this financial situation. But the girls overall are having a good time. Ashley thinks the trip went pretty well despite the few hiccups. She says it went definitely much better than the first trip she took with them back to Bethany Beach. The girls are back at home, and then they're showing Monique with her family and Candiace with Chris. And it's showing Michael with Ashley. And somehow the whole Monique, how much she had to drink, take place. And Monique really is not feeling the fact that the girls is making her out to seem like she's some form of alcoholic. And then you have Candiace talking about her concerns about Monique to Chris. And then you have Ashley talking about her concerns with Michael. From there, it goes on to Giselle. She is trying to, read her Bible and get into, character to help aid in writing her book. Because her ghostwriter is asking her to, channel, First Lady, preaching role, and that type of stuff. So Giselle is FaceTiming Robin, and she's telling Robin that she has not heard from Sherman in like 29 hours. Apparently, Giselle is used to her and Sherman talking several times a day. Giselle says she believes what happened is she sent Sherman an article that was done in People magazine about them, and she said that she believed that probably fake not faked them out but freaked them out. What she said they've been dating for a year and it's not a secret. People know about their relationship, but she said that Sherman is very private, so maybe he did not like the fact that an article came out. And she was saying, she just want to know if she's done something wrong to let her know. She's not really, understand what to take of it. And pretty much, I think Robin was just saying, don't feed into it just yet. People process things, a little bit differently. So moving on, Karen is meeting up with Matt, her assistant Matt, so he can help her plan a focus group. That's what they're going to call it. It's going to be a focus group. And they're going to get together and try to test and smell different scents. And that would aid her into creating a scent, a signature scent for her line. Karen was just mentioning how she came up from a small town and they were not exposed to fragrances and department stores. And she talks about a story about her grandmother who, really was into the cherry blossom lotion, and her ritual every night was to make sure she, lotion her body up with this fragrance, lotion. And she said she was, not rich and didn't have access to the fragrances, but that was a way that her grandmother liked to smell good and it made her feel good about herself. So that is what, her motivation for this line is coming from. She wants to make women, feel good and smell good about themselves, apparently. Candiace and her mom are looking at wedding venues. They're looking to have approximately 250 guests. Candiace sits down with the wedding planner, and she was saying, she still wants a flower wall, and the wedding planner is pretty much telling her that, that's going to take away from, the food budget. So apparently, the bulk of the money is supposed to be really focused on the food, the open bar, and all that type of stuff. Now, Candiace's mother is contributing $100,000 to this wedding, and Candiace's dad is contributing $20,000 towards the wedding. And Candiace's mom is saying, maybe you have to go back and ask your dad for some additional money since you want this illustrious, flower wall. And, Candiace have a moment because she feels like that her mother, is trying to say, life happens. What I took from it is that Candiace's mother was saying, don't be surprised if Chris acts up or, men sometimes leave. And Candiace broke down a little bit because she felt like, her mother was trying to somewhat rain on her parade. I kind of get her mother's a little jealous too. Because, she kept saying, Mom, stop impressing your marriage and your divorce on me. Let me have my fantasy. Let me and Chris, work this out the way we supposed to, work this marriage out and let it unfold. Candiace said she came from, a broken marriage situation, and Chris came from a broken marriage situation, and then Chris did get a divorce. So she was saying they really don't have positive images about marriage, and she's just wondering, moving forward, how everything is, going to go. So Candiace goes off to cry, and then Candiace's mother was saying, she's, just never faced the reality that her dad left. But you guys got to remember that Candiace's dad left when she was a baby, so she couldn't really had a concept of it. And she said Candiace just don't want to face the truth and all this garbage or whatever. So moving on, we move on to Ashley. She is visiting her mom. Mom is packing up and cleaning up the house because she's got to move. Ashley mom said she feel like she's a hindrance to her family, and Ashley said, no, it's not that you as a hindrance, you got a big burden that's causing a hindrance on the family. And then Ashley was just saying, Michael won't talk to her. She feels like, Ashley is defending Michael and defending his money. And the mom is just being disrespectful, ungrateful, because as Ashley said, Michael has given thousands and thousands of dollars to help Ashley's mother. And it's just something about having this man, it's just so important to have this man who's bringing you down around. You could go find somebody else. You see what I'm saying? You can meet another nice guy, but you just want to continue to have this bomb around. And, Ashley mother goes to like, she don't care. And, Ashley was like, well, where you going? She said, I'm moving into a hotel. Ashley mama, you brought that onto yourself because Ashley gave you a warning back, whatever, supposed to be in that February, telling you need to turn some things around, you need to get it together. Her mother's making a whole bunch of excuses, talking about, it takes interviews and steps and things just don't happen overnight. But mama, they been bailing you out from what we have known since season 1 when they bailed you out. You know what I'm saying? You just want this certain man so bad that supposed to be bringing you down, and she was talking, she don't want to talk about Michael, she don't want to talk about this, and I felt like she want to cut Ashley off, but Ashley has done everything and everything to help her, and she feeling guilty, and it is time for Ashley to set some boundaries. And as my mom always said, a parent should never really feel like they gotta financially burden their kids. And that's what my mom said. She always worried about us spending too much money on gifts and stuff. And I said, well, Mom, that's something we want to do. She said, yeah, I get it and I'm grateful. But she said, I just don't want you to be taking money out your house, or taking money away that could be saved up, or taking money that's way that could be going towards your bills and trying to splurge on me for whatever. And as I tell her, Mom, I'm like, no, when I do things for you, I'm thoughtfully planning out. It's saved up. It's put to the side. So, my mom, she don't even want to take certain gifts and things from us, let alone she want to use us to go get a house and do all that. But that's a different situation. So we are at, it's the day of Karen's event. So the ladies, Karen has a woman she brought in, and the ladies gonna allow the guests to smell and test different scents. And the goal would be to aid, those options to create a signature as, scent. The girls are vibing, they're looking lovely. Monique is saying she's done with Ashley. She really don't have much to say to her, and she plans not to really engage with her throughout this evening. The lady who's working with Karen is having the ladies do quizzes and try to get an idea of what they really like in terms of scents and what scents they feel identify them. So they're going around. There are, give me 1 second. They're going around. They're smelling the scents. They're having conversations. And then Robin asked Giselle, did you notice that Monique seemed, that was a chill from Monique. She said she noticed Monique is not like her talking too much self and not, bubbly and all that stuff. And Giselle said, yeah, I kind of sense a chill in the air. So at that point, Candiace and Ashley goes off to the bathroom, and Monique and Giselle was asking Monique, are you okay? And Monique said, her issue is not with her, not with them in terms of Robin and Giselle. She says really with Ashley. So they was kind of talking about the whole, how she didn't like how the conversation about the car accident and her, was drinking, and how that got brought up, how that went along. So Ashley and Candiace returned, and Giselle mentioned that Monique's have an issue with Ashley. I said, here goes Giselle starting the BS. Monique said she feel like Ashley, was insinuating that she was drunk driving. She has a drinking problem. And then, she was saying how Ashley was so consumed to say she had 4 drinks, but Ashley had 5 beers and drove. And Ashley said, yeah, I did, but I didn't go crash your car. Monique says she's a businesswoman. She got a lot to lose. Meanwhile, the only thing Ashley had to lose is, her monthly allowance. I said, whoa. And then Giselle was like, okay, that's ain't got nothing to do with it. That's taking it too far. Mind you, now, Ashley and Monique is going back and forth. Mind you, it's not just the cast of the Housewives of Potomac, and Matt and the scent lady. Karen invited some other women, to this event as well. And they look at them like, girl, beat you guessing, whatever, they looking like, is this really going on here? So yeah, Monique said that Ashley, is trying to ruin her reputation. And Karen's like, they're going back and forth and getting loud. And Karen's like, all right, let's stop this. Then Frank was like, Matt, you need to get over here. You need to take control of this situation. Then Monique said, she ain't got time for this. She know y'all ain't her real friends. And then Carrie saying, stop it, just stop it. And then Sharice was like, thank you. So she said, you know what, we're just going to have to call security. So security was called and the girls were all put out. So she said, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. You know, y'all don't know how to act or whatever. So Monique and Sharice goes outside, and then Monique and Ashley started to go back and forth again, and they just whatever. Then here comes Giselle and Robbie messing boots, and then Monique turned her sights to Robin. Robin was, you know, was being a jerk. I'm gonna be honest. Robin was being a damn jerk, saying snide remarks like, you know, losing everything. Oh, what's she gonna lose? And then, you know, she was talking about, oh, Ashley with the wings. And, you know, her and Giselle just doing they stupid, off-centered comments as they normally do. And Monique was like, yeah, you know, y'all over there giggling and laughing. You ain't nothing but Pinky in the brain. And then Pinky in the brain, I cracked up when she said that. And then Robert did her famous, shut up. And then she said to Monique, tell me shut up to my face. So Robin transferred over to her and she said, shut up again. And Monique was like, I'm going to take this umbrella and choke you out with it. She said, I want to see you do it. And it just stopped there. It said, to be continued. So Monique was damn near about to choke Robin out. But Robin is two-faced. Robin is two-faced. And Robin is a starter. You know, we talk about Giselle being a starter. Robin is a damn starter. Girl, go fix your life. Go fix your life. It's just petty. They're just petty. I always say the housewives, they just petty. You know, this is how you can tell women ain't really got no business going on. Like, okay, yeah, Robin, you flipping houses, one coaching. But you so petty though, because when people got things going on, they don't have time to be petty. You see what I'm saying? That's not on the agenda. Like I tell people, I got a lot going on right now. I ain't got time to be petty. You know what I'm saying? I will laugh, I'll take a kiki or whatever, but I ain't got time to backpedal and be messy. You know what? I'm tired. At the end of the day, I'm tired. I ain't got time to be messy. So, hey, it is what it is. I just stay out of it because I ain't got time. When you got stuff to do, you ain't got time to be being messy. You ain't got time to be involved with the drama because you got things to do. But that is it. That is all. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you all think. Peace out.